Hello yogis. So I wanted to do another yin yoga video for you guys because I think this just feels really good for me. So I know that there are those of you out there who it feels really good also to just slow down, get really close to the ground, and just kind of nurture our bodies and our minds in a very gentle way. So this practice is going to be all on our back, and we're going to do some twists. So I do have a couple of blocks around. Sometimes in a twist, it helps to be able to prop up the legs or the knees so that you don't go too deep or too far in a twist. So if you feel like you might need that, go ahead and grab those items. And then we're going to go ahead and meet on our back. So coming onto your back. Let's start with just bringing the knees all the way into the chest. With your hands on the knees, go ahead and rock side to side. And just notice how good it feels to massage the low back. We'll come back to center and let's open out the arms wide. Keep your knees together. We're going to take an inhale, and as you exhale, let's let the knees slowly lower to the right. Now this is a great spot if you feel like you need to reach over and grab one of your blocks. Prop it underneath your knees so you don't go too far. It's totally up to you and how your body feels in this moment. And then you can rest your right hand on the left knee, not to push or pull, but just for that feeling of support. And I'm a big fan of keeping the head in center neutral. But if it ever feels just really good for your neck, you can start to turn your head to the left. And let's just deepen the breath. Remembering in yin yoga, we come to the first edge of the pose, the depth that is perfect for today. And then we resolve to be still and hold it for a little bit of time. We're almost there. Let's just stay here a little bit longer. We start to open up those connective tissues and muscles in the back body, and specifically the area from the bottom part of the ribs to the top part of the pelvis. Let's release the right hand down. Take an inhale, let's squeeze the knees together, come back to center. And just as you exhale, let's maybe bring the hands onto the knees and do a little rock side to side. And then coming back to center, open your arms wide. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, let's let the knees drop over to the left. Going down as far as it feels good. You can use your blocks underneath the knees or the legs so that you don't go too far. Then resting your left hand on the right knee. And we just want to make sure that we're relaxing in the right shoulder. So if we go too far into the twist with the knees, the right shoulder might feel like it's lifting off the ground or it's just uncomfortable. So we want to find that perfect balance. And breathing into it. Of the body, like a majestic mountain, and of the breath, a calm mountain lake, and of the mind, a clear blue sky. So as thoughts arise, just imagine the thoughts are like puffs of clouds that just slowly float in and then float on by. Let's release the left hand down. We're going to take an inhale, bring your knees to center. And as you exhale, hands to your knees, we're going to rock side to side. Let's just do a little counter pose with the feet down. Butterfly your knees open. Just relax for a moment. Just lay back, let your shoulders relax. The low back will have a little arch. And directing your breath down into the lowest part of your belly, even down into your pelvis. Bring your knees back to center. So now we're going to go back into that same variation, but we'll change it up just a little bit. So you may want to have your block handy. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll bring the knees back into the chest. Our arms come out wide. Let's take an inhale. And as you exhale, the knees are going to drop over to your right, going down to the depth that feels good for you. Now, when you want to go deeper, the knees come up higher towards your shoulders. And if you feel like you ever need to lessen the intensity, let your knees lower down a little bit further away from your shoulders. We're going to take this top leg and extend it out. And you can rest your foot on the ground or reach over and grab your block and place your block underneath your foot and your ankle. We can keep this bottom leg bent, and the right hand is going to rest on top of the left knee or thigh. So as we open up the top leg, you might feel like we're getting a little bit more opening in the outer hip and maybe down the IT band. Making sure to relax your left shoulder, and then just letting your gaze either be in center or lift your head and slightly turn your head to the left for a little bit deeper twist in the upper spine. But we just want to go where it feels good. And there's no force, there's no push. Just continue to breathe here. Let's take 5 more slow breaths. When you're ready to come out of it, we're going to bend that top knee. We're going to squeeze the legs together, taking an inhale. And as you exhale, hands to your knees, and again, rock side to side. So let's go the other way now. We're going to move our block if you want to use that block. Open your arms wide, take a big inhale. And as you exhale, the knees are going to lower down to your left. Bring in the height of the knees to the perfect height for you to be in the twist on this side. So if you want to deepen the twist, the knees come up higher. If you want to lessen the twist, the knees lower down. And then we'll take the top leg and extend the top leg out, either resting the foot on the ground or on one of your blocks. And then lay your left hand on the right knee. Relax your shoulder. Gaze can be in center, or lift your head, turn your head to the right, and lay your head down. And then just close your eyes. Find your breath. A lot of times when our eyes are open, our eyes just naturally kind of move from object to object, but that continues to stimulate thought and activity in the mind. So either let your eyes rest at one point if it feels more comfortable to have them open, or close your eyes and bring your attention inward. And this will help keep the mind quiet. When the mind is quiet, your breath will naturally be smooth and deeper. And there's a really beautiful connection of how the mind and the body just relate to each other. So giving yourself a chance to truly experience this profound connection. Let's take 5 more breaths. And then when you're ready, your hand will come off of the right knee. You'll start to bend your right knee. Let's take an inhale. We're going to bring the knees back to center. And as you exhale, hands to the knees. Again, rocking side to side. We'll bring the feet to the ground and butterfly the knees open, soles of the feet together. Just relax for a moment. Enjoy this counter pose of Supta Baddha Konasana. It always feels so good to release the inner thighs and groins. We'll bring our knees back to center. Okay, so now this time, let's straighten out the right leg and shift our hips to the left, maybe an inch or so. And we're going to hook the left toes behind the right knee and take your right hand to the left knee, and let's start to cross the left knee over to the right so that we're in a little bit more of a traditional reclined twist. I've got my left arm out to the side, left shoulder is relaxing, my gaze is in center, and the right hand is just gently guiding the left knee down towards the earth. Then breathe into your spine. Notice with every breath out, there's a sense of just letting go and a release, tension, worry, whatever it is that you're holding on to. We may not even really notice what remains deep in the tissues of the body, but by doing this type of practice, some of these issues can begin to just come up to the surface so that we can let them go. Let's take 5 more breaths. No rush. Just enjoy these last few breaths on this side. When you're ready to come out of the twist, we release the right hand down and bring the left knee back to center. We're going to bend the right knee, recenter the hips. But this time we're just going to pause. Just pause for a moment. Let your spine unravel. Go ahead and straighten out your left leg now. Shift your hips to the right. Let's hook the right toes behind the left knee, and the left hand's going to guide the right knee over to the left. You can always use your block underneath the knee if it feels like you just need that extra support so you don't go too far in the knee. And then we want to equally be able to relax into the right shoulder and right arm. Just keeping your gaze at the perfect placement for your neck, for the upper spine. And remembering that yin yoga is about receiving. It's about acceptance and contentment. And so often we're trying to push ourselves so that we can grow and transform, which is beautiful and very necessary. But it's also vital to balance out that powerful energy with just being at peace with what is. In our world of constant acceleration, sometimes nothing feels as urgent as being still. And in a world of just constant stimulation and noise, nothing feels more luxurious than being quiet. Let's take those last 5 breaths. When you're ready to release, lower your left hand down. We bring the right knee to center. Bend your left knee and recenter the hips and just pause here. Bringing the knees back into your chest. Let's rock side to side. Come back to center. We're going to lift our forehead to the knees and take a big inhale. Squeeze it in. And as you exhale, let your head lower down. Lower your feet. Just pause for a moment. Maybe place your hands on your belly. Just take a few breaths into the abdomen. And just feel your belly rise and fall beneath your hands. Slowly begin to roll over to your side, whichever way feels most natural, and then come up. Just come into a comfortable seat. And just rest your hands on your legs and let's just take 3 breaths. I want you to breathe into the back of your lungs, into the back of the abdomen. And maybe notice that we've just cleared out a little bit of space deep within the body so that you can breathe with ease. Let's bring our hands together in prayer, bowing the head. Namaste.